Buffalo Sabre now?
Feels good. I'm excited. It's fun to be here. It's fun to meet everyone, and it's been a good start to the day, and can't wait for the season to get started.
What made Buffalo attractive to you that this was a place you wanted to sign at?
I think especially talking to Ralph, felt like he's got good ideas, good values, and I think that was something that really got me to sign here. I think, and then obviously there's some really good young players here that with a very bright future, and that's something that's going to be fun to be part of.
Did you know him before you came here? Do you have any connection to him, or was it just a
No.
phone conversation?
Yeah.
Did you reach out to other players who might have played for him, whether it be in the World Cup of Hockey or in Edmonton, to see what maybe they thought of him? Or was it just your impression?
That was just my impression, and from speaking to him, and so it was a good phone call, and we spoke, not just about hockey, but I liked what I heard a lot, and it made me want to come here.
Marcus, there's been a cloud of negativity over this franchise for quite some time. Just 8 years of missing the playoffs. Just what happened in the second half of last year. I know one player can't change it, but how do you approach helping change what's been going on here in some ways?
I think first of all, I got to do my job to help and do my part, but we got to come together as a group, and I think that's where Ralph is really good too. You got to stick together through good and bad. Just because it starts going bad, you can't just lay down and quit. You got to work through it, and this team showed the potential they had last year in the beginning of the year, and I think hopefully I can help with some consistency and help when it's not going as well as it you want it to all the time. So hopefully I can be part of that.
You certainly played a lot of playoff games with Washington, obviously all the games in Boston this year, but what can you take from the New Jersey experience? A team that no one thought was going to do anything that year turned out to be something quite different. That might be what this team needs. What does that experience teach you that can help these guys?
A lot. I think there's all these experience throughout the years, even if you make the playoffs or not. It helps you, and you learn from it. And I think, like you said, my first year with the Devils was not too different from this. I think coming here, missing the playoffs, and we want to make the playoffs. That's why we play, and we're gonna have to take it one step at a time. But I think we need to realize that every other team is gonna want to try to keep us out of it, because every other team wants to make it too. So it's not going to be easy, but if we stick together and we build off what we did, what this team did last year, and I think if Ralph can put the pieces together here, it's going to be a good year.
Going back to your phone call with Ralph, what specifically just impressed you about him during that talk?
I think not just as a hockey coach. I think I really liked the idea, the idea I got from him, from just being a good person, a good leader, not just, his way, what he wants to do hockey-wise. I think, to me, that's important, that it's a good person, and it's someone who wants well for everyone, and I think that's what Ralph stands for.
What knowledge do you have of Rasmus Dahlin? And, whether it was back home or over the course of the years or just last year?
He's an unbelievable talent. I think that's, the first thing when I see him, it's what he can do on his skates and with the puck. It's just fun to watch, and I never saw him in Sweden until, he's quite a bit younger than me, but I think it's so fun to watch him play hockey, and he's one of the most talented players I've seen.
Like when you went back home, there wasn't any buzz back, 2 years ago or last year? Or...
Yeah, people have been talking about him. There's a reason. When you see him play, you get, you understand why. So it's going to be fun to see him, and daily basis, and I think he's gonna keep growing as a player.
You were right there, obviously, 3 months ago. What do you think happened in Game 7, and how long have you stewed over that over the summer?
I mean, I think it's something that I'm not sure I will ever be able to kind of let go. But in Game 7, anything can happen. I think we played well in the first period. I think we, for the most part, in the first period, we were the better team, and we leave the first period down 2-0, and in Game 7, that's a tough uphill battle. And that's the way it goes. It didn't bounce our way we had some good chances, didn't go in, and it went in for them, and that's kind of what happened.
It's a younger team. At this point in your career, are you excited to maybe take on a leadership role? You didn't maybe need to do that in Boston as much. A lot of guys, with Chara, but here, are you excited about that opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. I think anyone wants to do that, so it's something I look forward to. It's a good group of young guys, so it's going to be fun.
How much did the Swedish makeup of this roster help bring you into? Is that a factor?
What's that?
The Swedish makeup of this roster is a lot of guys from your home country.
It's always fun. It always, we had a Swedish dinner last night, and it's always fun to hang out with guys from back home and talk your native language and all that. I think it makes you feel comfortable, and it kind of makes you feel more like home too, that you can speak your own language and all that. So that's a lot of fun.
From your conversations with Ralph, how do you expect this team to play on the ice, especially with the puck?
I think with a lot of speed. I think Ralph wants to keep our feet and the puck moving, and forecheck a lot, and not slow things down. We want to play with pace, and I like that. I think it'll fit this group, and it'll be fun to start playing games and get into that.
All right, thanks everyone.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have a good day.